Right.
Hi guys, so let me just turn the radio down. You know me, it's Dave again, Dave the Builder, Ricky. We're back on what has turned out to be a rather dull day with a bit of rain coming in, just timed nicely. Just as we're troweling up this slab that we've just put in. So the final sort of process, we've screeded it out, we've got the fat up to the surface, we've levelled it all out. You can see that it's level because our levels are correct, and we've used a screed rail on it, which was in a previous video. So now we're using this bit of kit here, which is called the bull float. Now it's a big round, as you can see, it's a big round float. Big round float. I've just started there using it already, but then I thought I'll do a video. So this is made of like the same sort of thickness and gauge steel as a standard trowel, really, you know, a concrete trowel or a float. As you can see, it's curved at the ends. This thing here, these booms actually go together. As you can see, the clips here, I've got like the thumb button clips there that you just clip on and they clip together. I mean, I've got another boom over there, but you can get sort of up to 5. So if your slab is that big, you can actually trowel it up from the side. This is an important part of the kit. That is called a rocket adapter. Now what that does is, as the trowel, as the floats over the surface, what you don't want to do when you're pulling it back is to dig in on this edge. So what it does is it as you can see there, as I rotate the rocket, the boom which rotates the adapter, it actually rotates the plane of the float so it doesn't dig in. And see like that, so come back like that. See that? So all we're doing now is we're not going to try and make the mistake with concrete, and a bit like with plaster, trying to get all the lines out of this, right? Trying to trowel it up so it's immaculate. I mean, not blowing me on trumpet, but to be fair, because if it's well screeded, that is a key thing. If it's poorly screeded, it's going to be very difficult to close it in. This is merely closing the surface in. We are not troweling it up. If this surface was required to be troweled up, i.e. This was the finished surface, this was going to be the client or the customer was going to have, you know, for concrete, or if they were putting their flooring directly onto it, then we would then tomorrow come back and trowel it up so it's extremely flat and polished almost. And you can only do that when some of the water has bled out and evaporated and it's ready for troweling. So all we're doing at the moment is, as it turns out, this floor, they're going to tile it eventually, and we've left it actually down to allow for tile and some adhesive, so it's actually going to be lower than inside the house, hopefully anyway. So all I'm going to do is now I'm just going to show you how we close in that surface, and that's it for today. So just bear with me. So if I'm going away from I'm going away from myself, I put the trowel obviously tilted up, as so, with the leading edge facing down, just very slowly. All I'm doing is just closing that surface off. You'll see some of the water start to come out. When I get to the end, notice now that I rotate it. And what I will do is I'll just pull it back this way. And you can see the size of it, the fact that it's got curved ends on it, doesn't dig in. What you can do with these trowels as well, you'll see there's a rail in the middle of it where the actual blade fixes to a rail. You can actually get weights that go on top of that, which will more so if I was using these tools are used in paving and pattern and printed concrete. So I could cast a colour, what's called a colour hardener on top of that surface, and the colour hardener would need to be trowelled in quite vigorously to the surface, and what that would require is weight on top of that. So you can get little weights to go on it, but that's a bit beyond the scope of this video. This is for an extension floor, a solid floor. So as you can see, just not staying in one spot, I'm just working my way over the whole area. A bit like plastering. Just going to go back over that there. But again, very similar to plastering, you've got to keep your working all the way over it. You start getting concentrated in one spot, the likelihood is you'll start burying it, or you'll start creating a hollow, or take a bit out of it. What this does though, this trowel, is any bits that I have missed with the screed, it'll just take any, not too much, but it'll take any little bumps out, and hopefully it'll move those bumps into any little divots that have been left in. But I think you'll probably see that that's pretty good anyways, in terms of the way it's been screeded. I've got to watch with these in terms of is not surprised the overhead power lines. Not a safety issue because they're obviously made of metal. They're ideal for connecting with the overhead power lines, and you don't even know it sometimes. Beautiful. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get it in one. Not too bothered about that edge because that's where the wall's going to be over, so I'm going to take that off. As you can see, we're now closed in. Job's closed in. That's now ready for, like I say, if we're going to power float it, what's called power float it, we do that. Sometimes, depending on what the concrete mix is, it could be setting, there could be an extra set in it, so we'd have to wait, get lights on it and do it overnight. But typically, power floats, which is what you sit on, got spinning blades, so it needs to be 99–95% set. We do it the day after and it power floats it up, or we could do it by hand. But in this case, that I think you'll find is a sufficiently level and flat floor for what our client wants on this job. And I hope so, because he's behind the camera. Cheers, please subscribe, see you later.